for this Keeper of the Light?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it, right? Because you want to try and dissuade the Leshrac as much as you can with the Bloodstone build, and enables them to play fast. And I think that's the big thing for CDUB on Mark. Oh, we cursed him, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, we did. That's on us. That's on us. We cursed him. He ends up going down for the first blood. Gets his life taken away by...
Yeah, that's kind of one of the issues with Sansa. I was... looking back at some of the SCA DPC, they were talking about the fact that they feel like Sansa is one of these big lane dominator heroes, and to be able to abuse a lot of these offlaners and just give your carry a very good first 7 minutes. But if you're not able to do that, then this can happen again. But they get the kill on the top lane. How did that happen?
So they cornered this Undying as he was in between the river. The Warden came back with a pretty big creep wave. He had no defense for himself, so he dropped a tombstone. Unfortunately, Double King wasn't able to close the gap in time, so couldn't throw in this young Wraithfire Blast. And down bottom, we do end up seeing exactly what we were afraid of. Silencer ending up going down yet again. They did commit the glimpse for this one, so they can't drag back Argia, so he shouldn't die here. As Isla will just be very happy to continue throwing in Wild Axes. Gone for the 2-on-1. And they brought in reinforcements though. The Warden also making his presence known here. They're gonna go in for this kill, but they kill the Terrorblade. Wild Axes! Amazing spell, and this might lead into a double kill for the Beastmaster. Axes in one, double in one. And that's gonna be this Beastmaster not only getting a massive kill, but looking at the rotation, rebuffing it completely.
He's having an absolute banger of a game to start out here. The fact that he's 4-0-1, he has 46 CS, and you look across at Ush, and he's just a little boy who's just got 17 CS. He's level 5, and Double King still sprinting at him.
But to get another kill, Fluke, because he's looking at the Warden, and the Warden will end up losing his life. Got glimpsed back into a Roar, into a Beastmaster army. Of course, he has himself access to this Dark Troll Summoner, so we had the Skellies being summoned. Dude, how is he 5-0-1 8 minutes into the game on a Beastmaster? What the hell is happening right now?
Yeah, it's a very, very good lane. Mark is able to get the kill onto Phelan G, and unfortunately for him, hopefully he doesn't wake up his buddy in the background either with some of the yells of the way that this early game is going. To be fair though, Snare, if I want to give a little bit of hopium to the Ant fans out here. CDUB had a very, very similar start up against the Cut in game number 1, and the Cut were able to come back and win that game. So CDUB are not kind of away just yet. They still have a little bit of time to go. But maybe this might be a big kill for them.
We'll see if they can find this kill onto the Leshrac, who's fallen so low right now. It's only the Beastmaster and some supports here. Static Storm gets dropped down by Sanctified, and they do manage to find the kill onto the Leshrac. Isla healed up by the Illuminate Blast as well, so he's going to be staying alive a little bit longer. And he does not go down. Feeling G, unfortunately, because of how rough his early game has been, can't necessarily prefer that much damage in the opposite direction. Duster will die to the last word proc, so that's always nice, a little bit of perma-int, but oh boy, this is, yeah, the Beastmaster army is right on top of him, and Mark has just made a rotation. The Arena of Blood bounces them back, but that means, Fluke, that you wasted Arena just to save a Tusk, so you don't have this as an aggressive tool anymore, and they have Glimpse back in 1 second. They don't even need it just yet, but they use it anyway onto the Mars, ensuring that they get the kill onto the opposing offlaner. The chase still keeps going onto the Tusk, 10 seconds again before they have the Glimpse. Not sure that they'll be lucky enough to be able to make it happen, but Duster has a fair amount of strength. You could actually tank this tier on tower, if I'm completely honest. They're just going to go for the heads-up kill. Kinetic Field holds him in position. He gets bounced out by the Blinding Light, but the Glimpse ends up getting the kill regardless as it comes back off cooldown. And Sanctified, enabling his team not just to get 2 kills in total for one of their heroes. All right, feels nice to be this Raid King for Double King at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a big boy. And the way that they're able to play these fights now that they have the drums available is kind of go time for CDUB. To be fair, though, have found some decent item timing, but Feeling G. Okay,
no.
Dude. See you later, brother.
Do you mean Feeling G or just feeling bad, mate?
Yeah, that feels a mega bad. They find Undying bottom, though.
Okay, they do get something out of that by being able to bring down the Undying, and we do see, though, that the Warden probably gets punished for this by Mark. Mark trying to run him down. Solar Bind has finished its duration, but the Illuminate Blast should still deal more than enough damage to secure a kill in that front. Earthwall in the mid lane. RRL is also losing his life. One more right click from the Double King. Make sure that he dies too. And that's several kills all across the map. Yeah, they get the Undying, but
Getting closer to his own BKB. He's got the Blink Dagger coming out now as well. So I feel like this tempo is just going to increase, and they need to make sure they get this combination going. They need to make sure they get Arena and Global Silence, try and find a key pick. Make sure it's not Duster. If they can find either Isla or Double King, it's going to be massive.
well, oh my god,
that
Double
a
King,
one-hit?
2 shots feeling G. It was a 2, or no, it was a 1, yeah. Like Red Fire Blast into a 1-hit. Yeah, he actually died in 2 total attacks. Ush able to TP out. We see that Double King is not done with dealing out the hurt just yet. Brings down the Warden in very fast fashion. Will RRL fire any better? And the answer is no, he will not. Isla gets a double kill off of that, but most of the work being done by the Double King. 3 heroes gone. There's no tier 2 tower in the zone. They are ready to try and ensure that they can get this win without any shenanigans. And look at Double King. Goes onto the Warden. The Warden snowballs onto him and will be able to blink away. In the meantime, though, it's going to be a Static Storm down onto the Mars and the Terror Blade. Primal Roar goes back onto the Mars. The BKB is popped by Isla to get away from this fight. They don't want to full commit onto these heroes. They will end up being able to bring down Ash through a glimpse as well as an Illuminate play. Double King goes in onto the Silencer. 2 hits and he's almost dead, but it does survive long enough to turn the engagement and force away the first life. But what will they do about life number 2? Firstly, they will sunder him, bring him very, very low. Soul Rip will keep him alive for just a moment longer. These armlet toggles from Double King, ensuring that the game continues. Warden, oh no, you flew too close to the sun, my friend. He went in search of the Double King, and unfortunately for him, he found him as he gets brought down in a solitary hit from the Raid King. They glimpse back RRL. He does not have a BKB, but he will pop the Bloodstone, staying alive a little while longer. As Duster has made his presence known in the fight once more. He brought back just to ensure that his team has healed and to sustain. And yet one more massive crit hit from the Raid King brings down the Silencer. This is going to be another 2.
CDUB try and fall back, regroup a little bit, try and get the next set of items. They're close to the BKB for Double King. Sanctified's going to get close to his own Aghanim Scepter. Mark is going to come up close on the pipe, which I believe is coming out now for him as well. So CDUB need to make sure they don't overpress their hands.
Oh no, Mars jumped in looking for the arena, but the Static Storm was even faster. Sanctified with the domain expansion level speed, making sure that there's no Mars ultimate. They get that kill. The Warden's about to die next. Neither of them have buyback. On the bright side, they're so low level that they will respawn fairly quickly, but they might not find any allies to respawn to as Double King goes in to clean up the Silencer as well. There will be a buyback coming in from the Silencer. 5 seconds until he has access to the global. RRL, still no BKB. He can't afford to die here. They will give the global silence at long last. Forced off away from Duster. Should still end up losing his life here. And if he dies, it is going to be a dieback on the Undying. And indeed, he will fall. Double King, though, will be like, well, we will trade the Undying's life in exchange for mega creeps. As CDUB put themselves in pole position by finishing off the final set of racks in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say, I'm pretty sure you just call it here. You just save yourself a little bit of mental, because that was that's a Gabe and Tia shellacking. That was not even close. And unfortunately for Ants, this is something that I talked about, right? The fact that CDUB are a team that really, okay, I was going to say, I was like, that's a little bit of a bold move. So maybe just waiting until the bounty rings come up. But you can just see that CDUB now are the ones that are trying to move these waves around because they understand that playing into this Drow and Clock combination is going to be rough. But Argius, he's caught out.
Oh, he's in trouble right now, Argius. They have access to the snow. They don't have Snowball, but they do have access to damage coming in from the Doom and the Tusk. And they will be able to find the first blood. Scorched Earth helped to close the gap. Right clicks from Sanctified help to get the boots, and how much it helps their future rotations. It also helps them defensively. If he doesn't have boots, Isaac can just dive him right now and kill him. But with boots being online, this is actually a surprisingly difficult kill to attain.
Yeah, the miss Ice Shards is an opportunity gone begging there for CDUB. Sanctified has missed a couple now, so needs to be a little bit more wary of that. The Warden's able to take down Duster top. Maybe this is a trade coming in for Double King. He's got a lot of boys at the ready.
I don't know about when he get it, he gets it. Yeah, big right click coming in. Double King. Hashtag level 1 Mortal Strike still ends up being start making moves on the map to try and help out his team. Like you mentioned, he already has the Falcon Blade, so he has some kind of sustain and mana, but should he wait for the full power trades on route to the Kaya before he starts to make a move? Or do you go ASAP and try to catch CDUB a little bit off guard before they start to get their key items? We'll talk about it in a second though. As down bottom, we do see Sanctified almost dying, but Mark helping to get the turnaround with the Thunder God's Wrath, bringing down Feeling G. And now that they committed the Doom onto Argius, They can all go in the opposite direction because cool guys do not look at explosions. As this draw goes down in front of our own tier 1. Success. So they get the Tusk kill here. Weirdly enough, I'm not sure how much worth that grants them because they had to go all the way back to base for the Storm Spirit. He's gonna go bottom though, so to try to make up for this, they have to get a kill onto Isla, and they're gonna make the full dive. Isla still alive though, they get the jump onto Argius instead. Argius will end up being able to get the quick pick onto Isla thanks to RRL, and RRL enables him to get the double kill. Thank God for the Storm Spirit because Draw Ranger is now back in the game, baby. 2 kills.
Happy, and this is kind of not a CDUB that I've seen just yet of them playing the greedier kind of style. Like they've got 3 cores that are more than happy to sit back and farm. Had good lanes. They're the ones that don't need to make these transitions.
They have made a big movement happen in the bottom lane. Stampede gets popped now as well. They want to try save the draw, but woo! Damage will rain down from the heavens as Mark ensures that there's no survival possible for the Draw Ranger. As Traxx does find herself getting... They lose the Sanctified Tusk, but feels like they gained on the map as a result. Unless they end up losing this Enchantress. But they get off the Doom onto this Rubik. Rubik getting salvation right now thanks to this Gust from the Draw Ranger as well as RRL making his presence known. They're trying to bring down at least one of these heroes. Enchantress almost killed Draw Ranger by herself. Will end up staying alive, and there's going to be the kill onto the Warden thanks to the Thunder God's Wrath. Doom ends up not going to waste. Top lane, we see Ash. He has to run away from Double King. He's on so low HP if he gets hit.
On the bottom side, Sanctified trying to get the kill onto the Drow Ranger was a little bit of a question mark for me. Maybe he thought he just had a little bit more damage. If you had the Thunder God's Wrath, hell yeah, go for that kill every day of the week. But they weren't able to do that one, and now there's a team fight happening.
They go in with the Stampede though, looking for some targets first and foremost. There was a Gust onto the high ground. RRL jumps off the Mark. They've already lost the Clockwork and the Centaur. Double King ends up bringing him down. RRL getting a quick kill though onto one of the supports. He brings down the Zeus next. Sanctified looking in a very dangerous position himself. But now RRL has convinced, or committed rather, a lot of his mana pool. Does manage to zip into the river, so that's going to keep him alive. Double King.
Hell yeah, we got the 9-second BKB as well as the Doom coming out of Isla. Yeah, that was... Maybe he was expecting a few more heroes, and that was to actually become a team fight. But you can just kind of see the power of Centaur, right? Where he just hits the Stampede button, and then you have to commit more than you originally wanted.
Ooh.
Now there's no Doom.
Get a quick kill onto a Duster, but there's no Doom. But they might still have the damage to bring down the Storm Spirit. It was all a bait, Fluke. They baited us as well. Ash is about to lose his life. Feeling G in the midst of 4 heroes right now inside the power cards. He gets himself brought down. All right. And we're on a similar train of thinking as us. And unfortunately, that's what CDUB was relying.
Games we covered where they were playing against the Doom, and the same thing happened, right? Where it was just like you just instantly were able to counterplay Blinkers.
China. It was China. Yeah,
China. Yeah.
Speaking of Doom, he finds himself right next to Ash. And Ash, that's backup from RRL, who just goes in. And there's the Wall Stomp yet again you're talking about. There will be the multi-shot onto the Enchantress, and they will be able to bring down the Ench. Snowball forward, nice salvation. Isla still alive. Double King jumping forward. He wants some targets here. They brought down the Rubik, but Mark, he's been isolated by the right clicks of Arceus and the jump in of Feeling G. Triple kill for RRL so far, but now RRL is starting to run out of mana. He needs to get the hell away from this fight. Can they get him out of here? Looks like that will be
the Centaur there, so unfortunately for Sanctified, isn't able to get himself a freebie on Ash, but exactly as you said, RL is playing really, really well around not having to play through this Doom. Now Mark, he's the one that's in trouble though.
Oh, they actually held the Wraithfire Blast until they can get it onto him. Double King is going to end up losing his life. They thought they could get the quick pick on Mark. That was actually excellent play from Double King. Like he baited, faked out the Wraithfire Blast, anticipating that the Storm Spirit...
Fortunately for Ant, I think it's going to be hard for them to make those fights go that way, go their way, until they have multiple members. Oh, Isla, what a find.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Seriously? Yeah. Really? All right. This is even better than finding a random neutral item. You give Mark some additional gold. Get the kill. As a result of that kill, he is 200 gold short of having the 4 Aghanim Scepter. And they still don't have a single BKB in their lineup.
Yep. We thought Mark was doing a good job before. You wait till you see him drop all these thunderbolts everywhere. People are just going to have to try and duck, dodge, dive, dodge. I don't know, whatever. That was a very bad dodgeball reference, sorry.
It's dodge,
they're trying to avoid.
Dip, dodge, dip, dive, and dodge. Yes.
There we go. See, this is why you're a lot smarter than I am.
For RRL though,
No.
I don't. Well, he couldn't dodge, he couldn't dip, he couldn't duck, he couldn't dive, and he couldn't dodge. So he just dies. While that's happening, Isla's busy rinsing off.
You know that he's going to have 2 lives always, and it just kind of puts you in this part of the game where usually you see these teams have to do this with Roshan. You can just do this with a spell.
All right, they set up for the 2 heroes inside the hoof stomp of Ash, but Ash might still die even through the BKB. They just have so much physical damage. Walrus punch into the air, some right clicks from CDUB, and they manage to bring him down. Double kick on a dominating streak. They also managed to save the Red King's first life with some pretty sick plays, jumping back with some smokes as well. RRL though, between himself and Arceus, they combo up to bring down the Enchantress and remove the first life away from Double King. Looks like that will prompt.
Yep. Fast hands. He's going for a Wind Waker. I like the source, so I'm going to let him cook here. He has bots too as well before he gets rid of his Hand of Midas and fills up one of his slots. But this is the fight here for Ant.
They find Sanctified, but he's going to be able to dodge some of the damage with the snowball. Look how much damage they've already dealt to RRL because of the jump in from Double King and the ultimates coming in from Mark. At the same time, they apply the Doom to the Drow Ranger, so she is down and dusted. Yule Scepter from Isla to throw up Rubik, allow him to count his blessings before he has to count his curses as he gets killed on the way down. For in a genuinely impossible situation, you're like, all right, sweet, bet. We're happy with this. Do that every day of the week, please. And
Yeah, especially when he's buying back with only like 10 seconds left to go, right? Like usually your rule of thumb is you want to have like 30 seconds to go, but the BDA game-ending fight.
They go in directly for the Centaur. Centaur can't buy back. Pops the Stampede immediately to get his heroes out of dodge. So they know that they've already committed down this young Nimbus Cloud, but Centaur, he jumps into it before they can destroy it. Oh no, he is dead, down to rights, no buyback, didn't trigger off the BKB. They take away the first life from the Stray King. But as mentioned,
try and stay in Team 2 here if they go down in the series, especially in convincing fashion like this. But I mean, props to CDUB. They've looked really, really strong in this series.
Yep. They've been looking pretty incredible. Funnily enough, although Ants ended the last tour in 3rd place here in Div 2, having a 4-3 scoreline, they found themselves losing to CDUB, and now the Doom comes in from Isla. They want to try and bring down this young Drow Ranger. She's down for the count. The double Thunder God's Wrath from the heavens. And they're going to be forcing a fight here. First life taken away by Double King. They do end up losing this Tusk as well, though. Buybacks will be in from the Rubik. They really want to just try and end this game. And that is what they will achieve for themselves. As Ants call the GG. We have a repeat of the last tour as they go down 2-0 up against the side of CDUB. But unlike the last tour, these games flew.